Good morning, leaders. Good morning, partners. Good morning, prospects. It's another lovely day, and a session you don't want to miss for a lifetime. I welcome everybody. Good morning. Joining me to anchor this program, as always, is Gloria Oke. Good morning, boss.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. You're welcome. Trust you good. All right. Yeah. Surprise hearing us saying good morning here. We say good morning at all times on Longrich platform because we see ourselves in the new horizon of the morning. Morning of goodies. So in Longrich, we see ourselves with the news of the newbies every time. Thank you for joining and we'll start it. So today promises to be a top-notch and an explosive one, anticipatorily and believing that it's going to be powerful. Our topic today says planning your retirement. We got a big fish in the house, and the last time she came, we talked about buckle up. Those that were in attendance never forget. So if you were not around that time or you actually missed, you can go to Longrich CIG on YouTube, click on the like button, subscribe, and click on the notification for you to get notified when we upload our videos. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Now, to kickstart this evening will be our top leader of the CIG, a man that is always eager to bring us up to a good, a servant leader, and it's a person that has actually helped many on this platform. Welcome 3SD Ima Eduro. Good morning, boss.
Good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be in your midst again. And I just want to say something before we go into today's program. This edition is just like a booster for us. The last time we had our guests in the person of Mrs. Esther Ajala, she was actually a one-star director when she came in and had an interview session with us. And now the moment after that week, I think the following week, she moved to the rank of a two-star director. I want each and everyone that is present in this Zoom call to type the word congratulations to SD. Congratulations to SD. It is not beans and bread when we talk about a star director in Longrich. It is something that you just need to work it out. You just need to put in your all. And she's just moving with it as if it is. She said it and she proved it. So I want each and everyone present in this Zoom call to type congratulations to SD. It is not easy to be there. I learned so much from her last interview session, and I quickly started applying them, and I'm seeing the results. And there is no doubt about that. You see, let us try to learn from those who know the road. Because when you learn from people, I tell you, you will do better than them. I keep telling you all that you will overtake me if you know as much as I know that this company can deliver. Keep typing congratulations. We need to make her know we cherish, we celebrate her, so that by the time she's dishing out this time around, we don't need anybody to tell us that something new is going to come up again. Probably this time it may be you that is listening. You are going to change your rank also. You are going to qualify for Maldives. You are going to qualify for car and all that, because when she talks, it's all about strategies. So thank you once again for helping us to celebrate our two-star director that is still very, very fresh I don't think there is any two-star director so far in Africa, if not in the globe, to the best of my knowledge. So she's still the latest two-star director in the building. So without wasting much of our time, the topic is saying planning your retirement. Planning your retirement. Please and please, when they talk about retirement, we are not talking about those people who earn salary. We are not talking about people who are entrepreneurs alone. Everybody here is involved. Retirement does not really mean you just shut down and stop life. No, not stop the world, I'm getting out, but rather I want to start enjoying the fruit of my labor. I want to move from active service to active enjoyment. But how many people are truly and really enjoying that which they are supposed to enjoy? Because like the speaker from TED Talk was talking about in the video, when he said, can we redefine that word retirement? I have never seen retirement as something that makes me to go completely. No, retirement is, I want to start enjoying the fruit of my labor. So where I can, because the day you stop being ambitious, that day you start vegetating away. So as long as you live, the only thing is you just have to understand that your human body needs a lot of nourishment. So today we are going to know this thing called retirement, this thing called pension. People are actually looking up to it with enthusiasm. People that have worked for years say, oh, my pension will take care of the rest, because that is what we are told in school, that when you work for 35 years and you retire and your pension will look after you for the rest of your life. Let us hear our 2SD Esther Modupe Ajala as she takes on the MIC. Welcome, ma.
I am a child of God, my case is different. Though the storm may come my way, I will not be moved. The righteous shall flourish like a palm tree.
Esther Ajala is a trained teacher of English in the United Kingdom. She believes strongly in the power of education and training to help people to succeed in life. She has worked with University of Warwick to train teachers in South Africa and Ghana, and she is a popular trainer on the Longrich platform. A lead practitioner in ethnic minority achievement, she is passionate about ensuring that all achieve their full potential. She also coordinates Key Stage 3 learning in the English department of the school where she works. Her students in the classroom know that her expectations are high as she pushes them to achieve academically. Esther is proud to be a professional network marketer. She believes in training and bringing ethics and integrity into the network marketing industry. She hopes to touch lives for a better, healthier future and break the bonds of poverty in the lives of many around the world. A mother of 3 amazing adult children, also co-pastors with her husband, Pastor B. Ajala, at Holding Forth the Word Ministry in Milton Keynes, a thriving church where they teach Bible truth and the relevance for today. Esther Ajala is the first-star director on the Longrich UK platform. With over 30 years in the network marketing profession, she is the first UK car awardee, winning cars for herself and her daughter in 2016. She was also the first partner in the UK to win a free trip to China. Since then, she has won other cars, more recently £33,000 and £11,000 for herself and son, and free trips to Greece, France, Italy, Dubai, Portugal, Malaysia, USA, and Canada. It's a great honor to have Pastor Esther Modupeola Ajala with us.
Welcome, ma.
Congratulations.
Welcome.
Welcome, ma.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm very honored.
Congratulations, ma'am.
You can go ahead now, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much
Congratulations. Well done,
for
man.
the congratulatory messages, all the messages that were dropped in the chat box for this Zoom. Thank you so much for the, I pray that we all rise and shine, as we stay focused. My SD,
God bless you.
will say, if you stay focused, you will soon be the object of focus. And I think that's what's happened in my case. I just never wavered from the pathway that Longrich has laid down for anybody to follow. I just stayed on it. I stayed firm. I said, no, I'm staying here. People are here. They are doing well. There's no reason why I cannot do well as well. So here we are. The climb has begun to happen, and I pray that it happens for all of us as we stay focused with this program. So tonight I was approached by Esther Duru about this retirement thing, and it's actually something that I'm quite interested in, retirement, because when I saw my payment package for retirement, it shocked me into paying more attention to my Longrich business. That's what happened. I'm a secondary school teacher, and I've been teaching in the UK since 2001. Since 2001 September, I've been a full-time teacher in the UK. And wow, after about 14 years or so, 15 years or so, I decided to delve into my pension plan and have a look. I've been working for 14 years, 15 years. I thought, oh yeah, there'll be something good here. Let me see what's going on. And I was shocked to see the figures. What was there was not what I was expecting. It was much less. In fact, I'll be honest with you, I was in a daze for about 4 days. I was walking around like a rabbit caught in headlights. I was just thoroughly amazed at the little it was. After 14 years of shouting, sit down, Johnny, where's your homework, Johnny? I can't read your handwriting, Johnny. There wasn't much to show for it. But at the time I had come across Longrich, and I'd already started working the business, and I could see the potential that Longrich had. So after I came out of my shocked state, I made up my mind to focus on my business. That if this is what my profession has to offer me, if I want to live a life of luxury, it doesn't even have to be luxury, let me call it comfort, I will need to step up my game with my Longrich business. So I just threw myself into the business and took it, just put it to one side. Well, that is there, it can stay there. I know something that can deliver something much better. Unfortunately, I found it already, so I just focused on it. So today I want to share a few things with you about retirement. Many people forget that the platform that we've engaged with, and I know that many people here are Longrichers, and we may have quite a number of prospects as well. If you're a prospect, what that means is you haven't actually signed up to the Longrich platform. You are thinking about it, or somebody invited you tonight because they have something of value to share with you. If you are such a person, you haven't signed up with Longrich yet, you haven't got a code yet, can you please drop 111 in the chat box? Let me see how many prospects we have on board tonight. But to the Longrichers out there, while those 111 start to drop, let's have a good idea of how many there are. Many of us forget that when we sign up with Longrich in whatever country we are resident, what we have is an international part ownership opportunity. People seem to forget that. I don't know why. And they just stay in their area. You know, we say you stay in your own Jerusalem. You know, they just stay in their area and they don't look further than that. I want to challenge every Longricher here that has only stayed in their area of, you know, where they reside and has not looked beyond further ashore to another country. You know, maybe you have a cousin or a brother or a sister, an uncle, an aunt, you know, that lives in another country. It could be anywhere. It could be Australia. It could be Russia. It could be America. It could be anywhere, wherever they are, you know, and even if it's across the African continent, who do you know that has been posted to another country? Who do you know that now lives abroad? Who do you know? And it's not just who you know, it's also who you can connect with on social media. Who can you connect with on social media in a particular country that you know that Longrich is very well established? We need to look beyond the shores of where we live. We should not just think that it's only where we live, like I live in the United Kingdom and just stay here and not, you know, reach out to people in other countries, or maybe you're living in Nigeria or Ghana and you're not looking further afield. It's time we looked further afield because we do have an international system in place. It's the reason why we're all annoyed when we register a member for gold and then we see silver come up. It's because the international compensation plan, which joins us all together in one computer system, has it set that gold is actually 720 PV, not 240. Okay, and then it has to be manually changed for you to get that correct entry level later. So it's an international part ownership opportunity, and it has a very low startup cost. I mean, how many businesses can you start with just, I don't know, which currency should we go for? If we go for the United Kingdom, which is where my SD Drew is right now, £80, 85 pounds. Can you start a business with that and get value from it? Network marketing, the network marketing platform allows you to start a genuine business with a very low startup cost. If you're in Nigeria, you can even start from as low as 14,000 naira, which is a combo registration. As long as you get that code and that code can earn, you're in, you know? So there are so many businesses out there, but can you start that low without any overheads? Can you do that? So like I was saying, the international part ownership opportunity is real. You can connect with people around the world and they will be connected to your platform and you will benefit from their Longrich activities and you'll be paid handsomely. I mean, I have nothing less than 15 countries within my network, probably more, because more countries are opening up every day. Longrich is a company that is growing. It's growing constantly. And as it grows, I grow with it. And you should be doing the same. We should be growing together, okay? We should be growing together. This is a global partnership. We have adopted or joined in with a company that is international, and we are not bound by geography. You are not bound by geography. So what are you doing with that opportunity? Are you wasting it? Or are you reaching out to people in different countries? Please do not stay in one place. Come on. All right. So now we get down to business on this retirement thing. And every time we say the word retirement, everybody thinks about the tire in the middle. You know, I'm tired. It's time to give up my job. You know, we all go to the tire in the middle. But the truth is, things have actually changed. Life expectancy is now higher, depending on the country where you reside. In the UK, life expectancy is now going up to 80, 90. People are staying alive for longer, and it's affecting the economy in different ways. So we can't say, oh yeah, people are staying alive for longer, that's it. No. It's affecting the economy. And because of that, the government has had to change rules. That's for the United Kingdom. In Nigeria, it's slightly different. But in the United Kingdom, when you choose to stop working or maybe reduce the amount of work that you do, this is the word retirement. This is the time that you want to enjoy life, enjoy the grandchildren, take some time to relax, go on holidays. You don't want the pressure of work. You've been working for 30, 40 years and it's time. Well, guess what? Things have changed in the UK now. You may not be able to retire when you want to retire. Before it was 60, then it was 65, and it became 66. The numbers keep on going up. So a couple of years ago, when there was a lot of hoo-ha in the United Kingdom about the retirement age, I started looking. I heard that there's a state pension that we get in the United Kingdom that is because we pay what we call national insurance contributions, we are allowed to draw a kind of a wage. It's paid to us by the government when we hit retirement. Okay. So the state pension is currently set 66 for men and women. You have to be 66 before you get it. Now, before it was 60 for women, 65 for men, but that's been changed now because life expectancy has changed. It's now 66. It's no longer in your favor. And it will rise to 67 by 2028. Okay. Lots of younger people will have to wait. So people who are under 30 or in their 30s, they will have to wait until they're 68 before they can claim this pension that they've been working for from whenever they started working. Now in the United Kingdom, some people start working at 17, some 18, some they go to university, age 21, 22. That's when they started working, and they have to work all the way till they're 68 from age 21 and contribute the national insurance contribution constantly, every week, every month, depending on how they earn. They put something down. They don't decide how much they put down. The government would look at how much you earn and they will deduct from your wages even before it hits your bank account. The money is already taken out by your employer and handed over to the government. So why the increase in age before we can claim back what we've been working for many years? Well, it's because of the, the changing life expectancy. People are living for longer. So to balance things out, the younger folk have to work for longer to maintain those that are older. What are you going to get anyway? What are you going to get? You've been working for 40 years in the United Kingdom. What are you going to get? Well, your state pension is £179.60 per week. That's kind of like my shopping bill. 179.60 per week. I haven't even started to talk about inflation, and I am no economist here. But you don't need to be an economist to do the numbers. That's roughly about £9,000 plus pounds. You want me to do you the math? 179.6 times 52, £9,339 per year. The last time I earned that, living in the United Kingdom, 1988. That was the last time I earned something like that per year. Actually, I was on 10,000 a year in 1988. So I know that the state pension cannot pay my bills. I know that. Now I begin to understand why I see old people in the shopping malls during the day when in winter. We've just hit winter now, people are cold, houses are cold. This is so that they can bring down their heating bill. So they stay in the shopping malls during the day where it's warm, just walking out up and down or just sitting down and buying a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. And then they come home in the evening and then they just put the television on. They don't even put on other lights in the house just to keep their electricity bill down, to keep the gas bills down and things like that. Now I understand why. People who are dependent on a state pension cannot afford to live in the UK. Now, if you have another job, you would have an additional pension. But remember, I did start off by talking about my teacher's pension when I checked some years back and decided to really throw myself into Longrich after being in a daze for about 4 days. So I knew that, I know that in between my state pension and my profession pension, I haven't got enough to be as comfortable as I would like to be. And that's why I take my Longrich business seriously. I take it seriously. I'd like to be a blessing to people. It's not just about the money. I like to give. It's a hobby. It gives me great pleasure to give away. Okay? And if you're somebody that maybe has even breaks in your record, you know, it says the actual amount you get paid depends on your national insurance record. Let me just remind us who have come from another country and arrive late. That is what I call it. We arrive late. I don't know how old you were when you arrived in the UK. If you're here from the UK, maybe you arrived at age 30, maybe age 40, maybe age 50. How much contribution can you make at the time, you know, between the time you arrive and when you're going to retire? It's going to actually affect your state pension, so it could be less than 179. This is for people who've been working since they were like 21, 18. Many of us were not here yet at that time. We hadn't arrived. You know, we decided later. For our children, it'd be different because they worked during their school holidays, and, you know, when they finished uni or whatever, they got a job. It'll be different. They'll get their full. But for those of us that arrive late, it may not be full. It may not be full. I checked mine out. This is mine. My birthday is on the 8th of March. I will be entitled to claim mine in 2032. 2032. And as you can see, it's less. £175 and 20 pence a week. Really? £761 a month, which equals £9,141 a year. That's my state contribution. And it's not guaranteed. This is a forecast. It's not a guarantee. It's based on the current law. Does not include any increase due to inflation. We're not talking inflation now. You need to contribute the national insurance to reach this forecast. And the estimates based on your national insurance record up to 5th of April 2020, so you can see when I was checking this thing out, is 133.45 a week. So if I contribute that per week, then I can get that later. And so now you understand the reason why I threw myself into my Longrich business, right? That became my plan. This is no longer my plan. Okay, my teacher's pension is no longer my plan. It's an addition. And as I threw myself into my business, guess what happened? My Longrich income began to increase, and it exceeded my teacher income. I'll say it again. As I observed this figure for the teachers, that was a couple of years back, and knew that I had an option. Thank God for options. I had an option. I threw myself into that option. That didn't mean I stopped teaching. I carried on teaching. I thoroughly enjoy teaching. I love it. Okay, I love it. People say teaching is stressful. Yeah, yes, it is. It is, but I love teaching kids. I absolutely adore it. So I didn't stop teaching, but I took it more seriously. So if you say you want to give your business an hour a week, give it an hour a week. If you want to give it 2 hours a week, give it 2 hours a week. If you want to step up and do it properly, try and give it an hour or 2 hours a day and watch your income grow. That's the plan. Stay committed, okay? The same way you do your 9 to 5. Choose an amount of time that you're going to give your business daily. Is it 5 days a week, or is it going to be on the weekends only? Whatever, just do it. Stay committed to it and stay true to yourself. Find yourself an accountability partner, somebody who will check. Well, you check on each other, really. I've already reported my figures to my accountability partner this week. And where there were some shortcomings that she may not have noticed, I pointed them out that actually on this leg, this is for the Longrichers, on this leg, this is what happened to the figures here. I reported myself to her. She's my accountability partner, and she reported herself back to me, and also told me some things that were going on in the background of her figures as well, so that I have a real picture. You need to be true to one another so that you can encourage one another. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. So I report myself to my accountability partner, and I continue to forge ahead. Okay, I'm moving. Now, we're talking about retirement planning. So what really is a good retirement income? I mean, what are you aiming for? Well, this is what the experts say. They say that your retirement income should be about 80% of your final pre-retirement salary. So whatever it is you earn last before you retire, it should be about at least 80% of that. That means, so if you make like $100,000 a year at the time that you retire, you need at least $80,000 per year to have a comfortable lifestyle after you leave the workforce. Now, many people I know start to talk about retirement about age 60. I know some friends who have hit age 60 and they are talking retirement all the time. My sister as well, she's about to hit 60. She's also talking retirement. I know. And I know that for my friends who are in Nigeria, it's a different ball game, because even though they have made the contributions, they have no surety that they're going to get something back anytime soon. And we know this, we know the stories, we've seen the pictures, we've seen all sorts of horrific stories of people dying on pension queues. I think it's inhuman to ask a pensioner to queue up to do identification or to queue up before they get paid. I think it's just inhuman. But well, that's what's happening in that country right now. Many retire, but they don't see a penny for a couple of years. I asked a friend tonight, I said, how long does it take before you get that first payout? She said, at least 2 years. What are you going to live on from the time you stop drawing the regular wage, age 60, and 2 years when you get paid? Really? Wow. 2 years? How do you prepare for that? This is why we need this side hustle. We need something on the sideline that will help us hold our head up high. Not that you become a pensioner and then people start avoiding you because they know you have financial issues. Even if you've built your house, rains blow roofs off, so-and-so starts leaking, things need replacing. Even if you have your couple of cars, they do break down, especially with the kind of roads we've got in Nigeria. So we need something in hand as we wait to either collect that Nigerian pension, or you need something. You need 80% of whatever it is you're earning now or at the time of retirement, so that you can have a comfortable, we're not talking about luxury here. We're just talking about living and breathing and being able to pay your bills. That's what we're looking at. Do we think that Longrich can do this? Is this something that Longrich can do? Oh, yes. I think the ability to earn in Longrich can sort out any financial worries that we might have at that time. So I say, let's plan for retirement with the Longrich platform. How do we do that? Well, first of all, you need to build teams. You need to identify people within your network that are leaders. And you start to work with them one-on-one very closely. Every day you speak, you become accountable to one another until they build a team. So who do you think in your network has leadership ability? You need to start to work with them so that they do begin to lead their own team. Your aim is to have as many teams as possible across the 3 legs. It might be that 1 leg or 2 legs might have more teams than another leg. Your leg may not be balanced. Don't worry about that. You just know you need to work harder on your 3rd leg. My third leg, which happens to be, 1, 2, 3, it just happens to be the weaker one. I started it later. And it never really got going. So that's where I put my focus. But because I put my focus on it, I find that particular leg, it wins a lot. It wins trips, it wins cars. Am I at the top of the leg? Well, actually, I put my mother there, but she passed. And as you know, in Longrich, you can pass on your code to your child, your spouse. So I inherited her code because I was the one that set it up anyway. So I inherited her code and I began to manage it more effectively. And within a year, it qualified for a £33,000 car. It qualified for a France and Italy trip. What else did it qualify for? My son is on that leg. He qualified for an £11,000 car. I set up another leg, another code on that same leg in Nigeria. And I use that to qualify for things as well. So I just put my focus on it because it was the weakest one. It still is. But it's qualifying. So even your weak leg can qualify. Build teams across 3 legs. Ideally, what network market, the professionals, this is what they say. They say, to be a millionaire in network marketing, and when I say millionaire, I'm not talking about millionaire in Naira because it's thoroughly devalued. Okay, it's thoroughly devalued. So that's not the one I'm talking about. Thank you. I'm looking at being a millionaire in dollars or being a millionaire in pounds. Pounds is a very strong currency. What you need is 9 team leaders. Some people say 9, some professionals say 12. But let's even start with 9. 12 effective team leaders spread across. So that would be 3, 3, 3 on each leg, or if it's 12, 4, 4, 4 on each leg. That will make you a millionaire. If you can find between 9 and 12 people and they are spread across the 3, if they're all bunched up on one leg, then you have to keep on looking. Just assume you've got 3 and you're looking for 6. Okay? You have to keep on looking. How do you look for team leaders? Well, you need to develop. You invest in people. You assist them. You work together. You become accountable to each other. All right? You work together as a team to make sure that aims and objectives are achieved. That's my first tip. Building for retirement. You need to build in different countries. You can't stay in one because you never know what's going to happen to the market. Things happen in different countries. So you might have a price increase that throws people out in this country, or you might have a product problem. Maybe delivery wasn't made on time that throws people out in another country, or it could be a government intervention that messed things up in another country, or it could be importation. Things get banned at war, all sorts of things can happen in different countries. Different things happening in different countries. That's the reason why you need to build in different countries. Forget geography, you move. The world is now a village with the internet. I mean, if I ask you to now drop down in the chat box where you're all streaming from, which country, we will get a range of countries. We will get a range of countries. Okay. All right, so come on. Where are you streaming from today? The world is a village. Let's see how many countries we can get. Write it down in the chat box. Let's find out where you're streaming from tonight. Let's see. I've got the UK, Ghana, Qatar, wow, USA, Nigeria. Nigerians, you're slow. It took a while before I saw Nigeria. UK, Cameroon, Kenya, look at that. The world is Senegal. The world is a village. With digital technology, we can reach out. South Africa, we can reach out to people around the world. Liberia, there are no excuses. There are no excuses. I've even got France. And Longrich hasn't even got headquarters there yet. Well, she's got going, well done. So we can build in different countries, wherever we are, doesn't matter. We assist and we get going. And then, have you ever invested in your business? If you haven't invested in your business, that means you don't believe in it. If you believed in it, you would invest in it. First of all, one of the investments you would do would be VIP partnership. If you've come in as a combo earner, that's fine. But is that where you still are? And you've been in the business for 2 months? You shouldn't be there. By now, you should be at least a Q Silver, because you should have sold some products and added the points onto your code. Invest in the business. Maybe you've decided to invest in being a stockist. After being in the business for a year, I decided to become a stockist, but I didn't become a stockist in just one country. I became a stockist in 2. You see, I came all in, all guns blazing. Like, after I came in and I saw how it was, is this the way it is? We're doing this together, all guns blazing. I went to Nigeria. I registered as a stockist in Nigeria. I registered as a stockist in the UK, both in the same week. Let's do this. You know, if you believe in the business, or maybe you don't believe in the business, maybe you think those figures that you hear that people are earning, maybe you think they're fake. Maybe you think they're not real. They are very, very real. Those figures are very, very real. One of my downlines, Vivian Mokome, she bought a Maserati that last week, was it week before, for her birthday. These figures are real. If you believe in the business, then you should have no qualms investing in the business and then going to work with your investment. Not just invest and sit down and watch. Do something with it. Okay? Commit to the business. Commit to yourself to be successful. Believe that you will be successful and then back it up with some action. So nobody's successful just sitting down doing nothing. There is an action that is required. Various actions that are required. When I, after having a Ghanaian membership that was quite heavy in the UK, I became a stockist in Ghana as well. Anything you want, I've got. If you're in my team, whatever you want, I will sort. I commit to making sure that you are successful as well. Everybody needs to be successful if they're ready for it, but you need to be ready for it. And then, we talk about living our dreams. So being a network marketer may not be your dream. Your dream might be something totally different. I don't know what it is. Maybe you want to open up a dry cleaners, or you want to start building houses, or, invest in properties. I don't know. I don't know what your dream is. You know what your dream is. That thing you've been dreaming about since you were a little girl. That dream you had in your head when you were a teenage boy. The income that you make, because by now you should have income flowing every week, not just from one code. Why would you just be earning off one code? When you have the ability in Longrich to invest in so many codes. I've got so many codes, I can't even keep up. I think I stopped counting at about 30, but I know I've got more than 30. Those are the codes I've got numbers. You should be earning on different codes every week, depending on what's going on your legs. And you can then use that income to build your dream, which may be another business, or you reinvest in another business. Okay? Let's plan for retirement. So when the time comes for you to remember that word in the definition of retirement, which was to relax. When the time comes for you to take your foot off the pedal, definitely not at age 68 or 67. Any reason why you can't retire early? No, not when you've got Longrich backing you up. You can retire early. You can be a true Longricher and retire whenever you want when you've got those numbers flowing through different codes, when you've got those cash flowing through different codes, when you have set up businesses in different countries, when you're earning from more than one code, and you've got it all, the systems and the processes are in place to make sure that everybody gets what they need whenever they need it, so that they also have the ability to grow. When you've got your 9 or 12 teams cut across your 3 legs, yes, that's when you retire really well with Longrich. Okay? I hope somebody's getting some value tonight. Anybody getting some value tonight? I know you're all on mute, but come on. Let's talk to each other. Yes, I'm saying yes, yes, yes. I see people are getting value. Thank you. All right. So be a true Longricher. Don't get caught up or be disappointed if you're a resident in a country like Nigeria where pension plans have been borrowed by the government. Borrowed? I mean, who do you hold? Who is the government? Can you actually hold anybody to say, where's my pension? Come on, let's build. This is a company that has a man that is selfless, who has put together a compensation plan for you and I to make sure that we get back even more than what we put in. Okay, 35 years, it's been around as a businessman in various forms of, one form or the other. And our turnover for 2020, in case you don't know the figures, was $999 million. That was our sales turnover for, the figures are just out, and we're now number 33, I think it is, in the rankings for network marketing companies. The ranking is earnings. $999 million. This is no small fry of a company. Our name itself is worth $2 billion. That's what our name, the name Longrich. Let's say chairman wanted to sell the business to somebody else, the name, that's what it's worth, because we're now known worldwide. We are backed by research and development institutes. So people say, oh, China, oh, I don't want to have anything to do with China. Well, this is an international company. We have research and development institutes around the world. Yes, we have some in China, but we also have one in America. We have another one in Japan, and we have another one in France. So this is a international business, okay? We've just opened up another factory, and a Smart 4.0 factory in Lagos, Nigeria, to be able to cope with our demand, the demand for our product, because the demand for our product is high. Companies struggle sometimes to get products to us on time because it's a long way to China. Okay, it's a long way. And then when it hits the ports, it takes ages to come out. So this is a company that is putting things in place to make sure that Africa is served, because we are growing really well in Africa. We are dealing in the health and beauty industry, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry worldwide. The health and beauty industry, do you know how much women spend on skincare? If you want to know how much women spend on skincare, women, forgive me, if you're a guy and you have a wife, go to a table, look at all the products that are there and add up the cost. That will give you an idea. Women spend a lot of money on skincare, or maybe go to a makeup bag. One lipstick. Check out the cost. You think it's just a lipstick? Check out the cost. You can Google it. The brand that she's using, whether it's MAC or Revlon, Google it. And then see how many different colors of lipstick. This is a big industry, okay? Huge. And we have our slice. Not only do we make things for other companies, we also make things for ourselves. And that's what's got the Longrich name on it. Yes, we've invested more than $140 million in the Smart 4.0 factory that is now established at the Lekki Free Trade Zone in Lagos, Nigeria. But here are our other clients, a few, not all. I remember when we won the Adidas contract for toiletries, everybody was so excited. The GSK, GlaxoSmithKline, we produce Sensodyne for Southeast Asia, and we have won awards for it. We've been acknowledged. Look at the other names. Is it Avon you don't know? Look at the small print. Sometimes you see Longrich, Body Shop, Walmart, Carrefour, Tesco's, Marks and Spencer's, Unilever, Elizabeth Arden. I know how much I used to spend on those before I found Longrich. And our products, even though all of them might not be available where you reside, but we've got more than 2,000 and they are very high quality and they do more. I heard a testimony today, which actually cracked me up. So this lady bought the toothpaste and said that her husband is now kissing her and he never used to. So she came back to ask the person who sold to say, I hope you're never going to run out of this toothpaste. Because, You know, my husband is now kissing me all the time, and he never used to do that. Anyway, she ordered 15 tubes. She doesn't want to take a risk that the toothpaste will run out. She ordered 15 tubes. So, you know, that is the kind of things that we hear in Longrich that sometimes crack us up. These products, for our prospects that are on board tonight, we have a few. Our products are very high quality. Do not be fooled by the packaging. These are very high quality products, and they do a lot more than what you expect them to do when you start to use them. But you will see the results. You'll see the results when you start using them. So get busy. Buy the product. Use the product. Share the product with friends and family, and invite others to meetings like this to learn about the products. Now, this is not a product presentation. We're talking about retirement here. We're putting together our retirement package because we've had a look at what is available to us and we're not happy with it. Because I'd like to go on long cruises on a ship. I'd like to be able to jump on a plane and go to any country for the weekend. That's just what I'd like to do. That's what I want to do when I retire. So I need to make sure that those funds are in place for me to be able to do that. So we get busy, okay? And we achieve our dream with Longrich. You may have a job. If you're a prospect, that's great. That's your plan A. Many a time, plan A becomes plan B with when you start Longrich. But well, at the moment, you've got your job and we are now offering you a retirement plan. Okay, you join Longrich and you see it as your retirement plan. You will earn before you get to retire. That's like an added plus, isn't it? You earn from now until you retire. But when you retire, whether they give you your pension or not, it's not really a big deal. Why? Because you know that you can depend on your Longrich income, because by then you would have built your teams. You would have worked with team leaders, you would have built your teams, and your income will be flowing. It will be flowing, okay? So you will leverage on your social network. That's what you'll do. You'll write a list. Who do I know? At least 100 names. You know quite a few people. You say you don't know 100? Check your phone. You'll probably see about 500 names there. Check your phone or write some names down of people you can send information to or make a call to, because you're looking to generate passive income. Income that will leverage on your social network, people that you know, not just your friends and family, but what about the guy that fixed your tap when it was leaking, or the gardener that came to fix your garden, or, you know, I don't know. Who's been coming to your house to give you some service? I recruit every taxi driver that ever picks me up. I do drive myself around, but if I need to go to the airport, I take a taxi. Now that's a 1.5 hour drive. I'll have their number and I've introduced them to Longrich by the time we get there. And I make sure they pick me up when I come back so I can give them a toothpaste. And that's the job. Yeah, I've recruited many a taxi driver. So let's all use our social network in one way or the other. Don't let it waste. I mean, you're always referring people to that tailor that made you that amazing outfit. You're always telling them where you got those shoes from. So why don't you use that network and convert it to capital? Do something with it. Refer them to the Longrich product. Give your code in for the sponsorship and give them a placement code, and then you start to make money from leveraging on your social network. Please don't waste your social network. Okay, and then you get that retirement package that you have been looking for. Not the one that's been offered by the government or by your profession, but the one that will allow you to go on the cruises. Okay, so we're talking about the power of leverage here. You're leveraging on your social network. Anybody can do it. You don't need special training for it. Yes, you do need to learn about the products, but that's not a big deal. Learning what the toothpaste can do for you so you can share that opportunity with others. Learning what the burial can do for your liver or your hypertension or your skin. That's fun. Or telling somebody a story about how you use the 2-in-1 shampoo and then your hair got so thick, it got so thick you couldn't comb it, and eventually you had to cut the hair. That's what happened to me. The 2-in-1 shampoo. That thing is amazing. You're not using it yet? My hair became so thick, even the hairdresser couldn't comb it. Eventually, we chopped it all off. Then somebody told us about the sod cream. How you can use that on your hair. So I started using the sod cream and my hair became manageable. Then I went back to growing it all over again. And it's just as long, probably longer than it was before I even chopped it off. So it doesn't matter what your background is. Anybody can do this. I am just an average person. I am no genius. Please get that right. I am no genius. I'm an average person. I'm just excited about this opportunity. That's where this enthusiasm is coming from. And I like to share that opportunity with others. That's why I'm so excited. Okay. And when you don't shut up, you know, like me, the enthusiasm, the excitement, people get interested and then you start to grow. When you share the opportunity as well of the products, it starts to grow. It starts to grow. And then before you know it, 5 years later, you'll have 500,000 members in your group. That's what happened to me. I got going, and amazing people joined me on the platform. Like does attract like, amazing people joined me and we grew together. Now my network is absolutely humongous. It's more than 500,000 people. This number was from this year, March. We've exceeded that by another 300,000. That's the way it works. Okay, I kept on, you know, checking. I wanted to get the exact number, 500,000, you know, I wanted it for a poster, but you know, people are joining every minute. It's called a social network. We're leveraging on a social network. People are joining every minute. People are being logged every minute. I check 1 minute, it's 400 and something. Next thing I check, it's 500, 820. I missed it. That was painful. But anyway, 500, 820, that's what I got to use for my poster. So please, come on, let's make up our minds whether we really want to do this business or not. It might be that you've been in this business for a while, but you haven't really done anything with it. What a waste. So if you were in my classroom, I'd be telling you off for not doing your homework. Come on. You haven't done your homework. You didn't write your 100 list. You didn't reach out to people. You didn't practice maybe doing a presentation. You haven't even got slides on your phone or on your device. You haven't even got that yet. You haven't got a product presentation. You haven't got the compensation plan. You don't even know what's what in the compensation plan. You haven't done your homework. Do your homework and learn about the business so that you can confidently, enthusiastically talk about it to other people. Remember, you are working out your retirement plan. And if you put it in now, you can enjoy it later. So you're serious about the business. Are you a VIP member? You're not? Then you're not that serious. You're not serious enough. Because if you are serious about the business and you understand the compensation plan, you will know that you are shortchanging yourself by not registering as a VIP member. I'm super proud to be a VIP member with Longrich Bioscience International. I earn 1% of global sales monthly. Be like me. Why do you want to be a VIP member? Why should you? I can still earn with the Q Silver membership. Oh, yes, you can. But you are shooting yourself in the foot if it's not a VIP membership. So first of all, it tells me when you come in as a VIP member that you really want to do this business. I will pay more attention to you because you're investing a lot. That's me as a leader. You are going to have an opportunity to try a wide range of products because you have a lot of points to play around with. So you choose a wide range and you have the opportunity to try them all. You try them all, you can talk about them all. You talk about them from a position of fact because you've used it. It will be when I used it, this is what happened. Okay, you've got that going on. Then you've also got the VIP points. So when you, once a month, Longrich will look at your performance bonus and they will calculate how many points you are entitled to. You might not be entitled up to a point, depending on the activity. It might be less than a point, but it all adds up. It might be 0.35, 0.57, 0.78. I don't know what your activity is going to be. But what it all adds up every month, and every point is worth $100. Now, this is not paid with your weekly earnings. It just stores. And when you get up to 10 points, you can apply to the accountant to collect your VIP points. In the UK, for those in the UK, it's £67 per point. So you're losing out on that if you don't come in as a VIP member because you're already doing the activity. You just let it go down the drain if you're not a VIP member. Now, some people say, well, it's a lot of products. Yeah, why not sell them off then and get your money back? It is a lot of products. If you're not going to use them or give them away,